Hello, welcome to the channel. Welcome to Top of the World. If it's your first time, I'm Simon. That's a 2x12 fascia board I just put on there. Runs all the way along. Double screwed into the end of each rafter and then screwed back into the first roof board. We've put that on there now. Right, look at that lovely straight edge. Because I want to put tin on. So what have I got? Well, I've got one brand new sheet of 4 metre black there, which I've had stashed away. And then I've got this lot over here, which is all a bit sorry for itself. But based on the prices of roofing, right, that is how it's going to work. I also had this put away. It's plastic. Yeah, I know. I put it under here. The snow slides off it really well. There's a whole section of it in this whole building. So I've got a few more roof sheets there that come off one day, but like I say, that's going in this 7 metre section. And I did have a load of boiler plate, this stuff over here, but I used some of it on that building over there and I used the rest of it over here because for years, you see the sag, look, it's gonna give. It's definitely gonna give. Look what I made this one out of. I mean, look at that. Anyway, it's got a thermal sheet over the top, battened on the top, and I had that on there for a couple of years. And then I got all this boiler plate, which is what we call it, out of the skip. And I put that on there. But anyway, so I've been offered some of that. The old man in the village has just built a new outside room and he took all the boiler plate off and put new tin on. Anyway, so boiler plate, what am I calling boiler plate? This here. See this galvanised, they call that boiler plate. So I can go and get some more of that if I need to, which I probably will. And then I've got some sheets in there. All this stuff has been scavenged and stacked up as I've been going. So I've got one sheet, let me show you up top. I don't know what he's doing, but he's much better. I've just slid these up here dry. So this is my one and only full 4 metre sheet. That's a 3 metre sheet, also new. And I've got a metre bit to go on the bottom of that. So I'm going to screw those on square and that'll be my first 2 sheets. This is this 2x12 I've now put on the front. So, and then we're ready to go. And ain't going to look pretty, but I ain't over that side. Am I likely to see it once it's on? No, I'm not. Is anybody else like to see it on? Well, you got Ralph over there, right? He's the man that built all of this. Not the school, he bought the school. Right, so he had the business before me. He's the one that started the business in 1980 when he retired from the forest. So I want to give him something nice to look at. Right, not that he's bothered. He came over Saturday and I'm like, oh, I wonder how he feels about this. He was over the moon. He just loves it. He loves the way I'm always building. He just absolutely loves it. As somebody who worked in the forest all his life and is always building, you know, all this big factory here, all the underfloor heating, some of the old machines, that was all down to him. Now, he made some mistakes. You know, I've had to do a lot of repairs. He cut off the central heating and anyway, he did what he did to suit his purposes at the time. So I want to start off with something nice so he's not looking at a complete mess out there. Because whilst the 7 months of the year he's looking at the nice snow on the reef, for the rest he's not. So I do use the good stuff as far as I can until I'm out of sight and then use shit stuff. He's a great supporter of mine. He's the chief of the village. He's like the old man, the chief, when there's a problem. And there's been some people who had some problems with me and they've gone to him and he's just like, no, he's doing what he's doing, you leave him alone. Back out, so yeah, fair play to him. Anyway, let's get this tin sorted out. See if I can't make something out of what I've got. Well, that's another day gone. We ain't quite at the end. We're nearly there, but we ain't quite there. I think it's 17, 30, 100 hours. I've got to go fishing. I've got to go and empty the fish cages and do all that. So I was hoping to get it all finished today, but a bit like the timber I've been using, all the metal sheets, they're different profiles, they're different lengths, they've got different types of damage to them. What have we got left? Can we finish it? Well, yeah, maybe. Maybe. We ain't got a lot left, but we've got some left. And we're up to where the ladder is, so we're nearly there. But yeah, I've been having to, you can see they're cut to funny shapes and a lot of mad damage on it, and they're different profiles. So even the box, that is a different profile to that, and that's a different profile to that, and that's a different profile over there altogether. So yeah, we're getting there, but we'll have to go out on the boat. Casper's made me get off the roof. He's going mad. Now, it's hunting season. I know they're out hunting moose, and I know they're out hunting bear. Anyway, something is freaking him out. He's quiet now, look. The Entman, he's been going mad. Is it usual for something to be driven into the village? I've seen it before, but something is upsetting him. So, with only a pair of leather gloves, we're just going to see what's upsetting him. I'll show you where we are. Well, you can see where we are. We're on the edge of the yard. There's obviously movement in the forest that's... I can't hear nothing. Where is it? He's been at this spot before, but there's no bear scat or anything like that. With a moose, elk, ellie, he would change it, chase it, but bear, you can smell the bear. I can smell the bear from close enough. Don't know. I don't know why he would pull me off the roof to... He's not barking now. He's been barking for 30 minutes non-stop. Yes. And he can smell something unusual. Something's not been here before. Yeah. Do we want to do this? No, not really, if I'm honest. Not with only a pair of leather gloves anyway. Would you be expecting to find a bear this close to the village? No, well, I've seen bear tracks, right? 100 metres up here, maybe four winters ago, but no. He came out here this morning, I say this morning, an hour or so ago, with his ball, and he got distracted and he's lost his ball out here as well. But something's come on, something's spooking him. Come on, come. What you don't want is you don't want him out when they're hunting, because he don't wear a collar or any high vis thing. Does he look like a small bear where you shouldn't be shooting anything that you can't fucking identify? But anyway, come on, come on. Yeah, well, nothing it would appear. Well, nothing I can see, nothing I can hear. It's just odd that the whole time I'm on the roof, he's just barking, barking, barking. I get down, come in this direction, he shuts up. Thing is, when he barks, you can't hear what is going on. Right, where am I? Well, I got down off the roof. I left him barking. I got down off the roof because I was just putting the last sheet on. I say sheet, slither. Now, am I a believer? I don't know. I've been provided a lot in my times of need in these last few years. Before that, I was guided, and things were guided around me. Anyhow, I've been collecting these sheets and stuff for a few years, and you saw what I had left. Just pallets of odd bits. Now, I've got some left, but nothing I wanted to use. So I've got this red wiggly tin. I really didn't want to use that. It's the wrong profile and it's red. I really didn't want to use that. Other than that, I've got a few short bits under there, wrong colour. I've got some tiny little bits on that pallet. All that pallet is gone. And I've got some ridge bits over there. So that's all I've got left. So I started here, as I explained, on this end. Right. That's to give Ralph a nice view instead of little bits. And I've just got off of this end, having reached here. Can I go any further? No, not with the same profile, not with black, only with that red wiggly stuff. And I don't need to go any further. Is my roof covered? Yeah. Check this out. Don't ask me how this works, I don't know. We're a bit patchy here, as you can see. Right, that's my last third of a sheet. And that's made up out of two gone there. Look at that. I don't know how that's happened. Anyway, is it a roof to be proud of? Well, it'll keep the snow and the rain off. That's what it'll do. It has now given me 3 completely enclosed bays of 18.5 feet, 5.5 metres dry. Now I've got to board the back with slats. I don't think I'm going to get onto that, so I'm going to put a piece of plastic along there because everything I'm putting in there now before winter is already dry. So I don't want it to sweat, but I don't want the snow coming in from the back. So I wish I would stop saying that. It's annoying, especially when I'm editing. I'll try and edit most of them out. There. Now what does that cost in real terms? Show you what it's cost in real terms. Right, this was a brand new full pot. This is what I've got left in my pocket. There. It's cost me most of the box. It's cost me most of a box of screws, of roof screws. New screws, say a third of a box of those. By the time I put in a few round the bottom, it's going to be half a box. So it's cost me a box of roof screws, half a box of screws, $30. Everything else was reclaim. Well, my cants, obviously, but I didn't pay for those. I cut those as part of a job. Plastic was free, all the framing was free, tin that I had collected up out the skip. Anyway, I'm done now. Is it finished? Absolutely not. There's absolutely no way it's finished. But it's finished enough for me to chuck everything under for the winter if I don't do anything else. Now I've got to get on to other things. Let me show you, talking on reclaim, what came in yesterday. Some of these nails are no good, and some of them are good. Look at that. Now the bolts, I grant you, you're going to need a specific application for that. But there's plenty of various rods. Look at that. There's lots of that. Yeah. Very happy with that. Next job, tidy up. Start getting everything underneath the shelter because I've got other things to get on with now. Last night, so the video I put up on Sunday, that was like an emergency video. Weren't very well edited. Right, Michael, it didn't have an end screen. So I'm sure that ground on you. Anyway, we'll upload the hour-long one tonight. I was working on that. I don't know, I got about maybe 7 hours editing into that. And I suddenly looked up and I'd gained 10 subscribers. And I'm like, well, what's happened there? We've been fluctuating, we've been stuck with subscribers for months, all summer. And I was beginning to get a bit ticked off, if I was honest. So I made it in a way, minding my own business. There's another 10 subscribers. How's that even possible? I ain't had 10 subscribers for months. You know, I've been stuck and getting disappointed. The algorithm's not picking up my videos. Anyway. And then Sunday's video, the one that was badly edited, had no music in it, no end screen. I just chucked it up there because I'm going to get out of it, what, I don't know, 200 views? No, it's got 1,000 views. It's like, what's happened there? So I go onto YouTube Analytics and the algorithm's got it. And it's chucked it in the mainstream and it's going and it's going and it's going. So by the time this video is uploaded, I don't know how many new subscribers I've got. Thank you very much. The views, yeah. Retention rate, no. You know, people are clicking on it because they see me in my dungarees and what's going on here? Well, no, just me bumbling along building this. So yeah, I appreciate the new subscriptions and I don't understand how a video that was badly edited and it had no tags or nothing. It was just, it was probably the worst produced video I've done in months. And I don't understand. So when you think you've got it, you haven't. But what I do think, what I am thankful for is having just enough, by the air of my tin to finish this roof. It's another one of those little miracles. Yeah, I have those. I definitely have some divine intervention along the way. And I'm grateful for that. I really am. Anyway, now we're going to start tidying the yard up, get this wood under cover so I can move on. I've still got firewood to do. Well, I've got a million jobs to do, but we'll get this done and get all the wood and get the yard back to making some kind of sense. Good morning. Friday morning it is. Well, I might have gone a step too far this time. I don't think my Sarah was very impressed. I was all excited about telling her, you know, about the last of the stuff. Well, I'm assuming it's the last. They're still working down on the bridge. Anyway. Not sure she was too impressed with that one. She did come out yesterday and yeah. But let me explain. This is, they are flotation beams to stop contamination. And they put this on the river and it basically soaks up the overspray when they were spraying the bridge. Why have I got that? Well, firstly, it's probably quite expensive to buy. However, I could see lots of good materials in this. So firstly, if I needed a boom to stop any contamination, is that likely? I don't know. But if I didn't, each one of these has all this really good cord on it. Really good cord, really expensive. They also have all these carabiners and D-rings. Do I need those? Possibly. Let's talk about the actual filling itself. Right, this is like a shredded filling. Now it's damp. Can I dry it? Yeah, I've got a dehumidifier, I can dry it out. If I could dry it out, would that make really good insulation? Oh yes. And insulation in the Arctic, really important for many things. And I've got some projects that I could actually use that as a fill-on for insulation. So would that be any good burned or landfilled? No. Would it be any good inside a wall as insulation? Yes, it would. Is all the cord and rope really good? Yes, it is. There's another thing. Fishing. Wait for it. I don't use nets. I have lots of nets. Lots of nets. I don't use them. They're a nuisance and a pain. Could I, because this floats, right, better than nets, could I fix the nets to this? Yes, I could. It even has a rope underneath it. So could I use this as a flotation device to fix the nets to? Yeah, I could. Could I fix the nets into it and pull it out with the boat? Yeah. Could I then do a circle entrapping all the fish? Yeah, I could. Does that have an application where I could use it in conjunction with my fishing nets? Yes, it does. Can I completely dismantle that and use every part of it? I'm not sure about the nylon netting in some other way. Yeah, I could. How's Casper? Well, he's perfect. So what happened this morning? 5:10 a.m. He's going mad. He's going mad. What is it now? Well, there appears to be a chicken that may not be a chicken. It wasn't making chicken noises. It was making cockerel noises. Well, I'd never heard it before. He's never heard it before. That's the two chicks that turned into... What? The big one looks like a condor. Have I put all that stuff in a pallet, in a crate? Here I have. What am I doing now? Oh, look at the chickens. I'll tell you why, right? Because one of these is not a chicken. I suspect it's the white one. But they're my two chicks. Look at the size of them. Now this lady in here, she's sitting. Right, her eggs are due to hatch Monday, 3 days time. Now, but one of these wasn't clacking this morning. One of these got me up at 5:10. Well, that's not true, actually. It was Casper that got me up. One of those is not a chicken. We wonder which one. Well, I know where I'm putting my money. She looks like a chicken. And maybe after 16 years of keeping chickens, I'm going to hear a chicken cock-a-doodle-doo. Possibly. But that's what was going on this morning. That's what upset Casper. You never heard nothing like it. This thing down here, whichever one it is, right, and it's not one of my original girls, one of them two was cock-a-doodle-dooing. I can't tell you what happened to the last rooster that was cock-a-doodle-dooing at 5 o'clock in the morning. But this morning, one of those was. And I suspect it's the white one. Don't look much like a rooster, but they're still young. I thought I'd work on all these sleepers and get all the sleepers, the railway sleepers together. I've got a couple more in there I've got to dig out. And then that's everything. I should be able to get both those on the pallets. However, how did the railway company know that the bridge needed renovation? Well, probably because the structural engineer said so. Probably because it's 80 years old. Or maybe because it's a bridge and a train goes over it several times a day. That's where one of the bolts went through. Now that's definitely not half-life. Alright, that's definitely not half-life. That's definitely dead. Yeah. Wow. So some have not fared so badly. I mean, that'd be fine. And it's quite clearly some have been replaced, but mostly that must have had some spring in it. Now their bridge is steel frame, but these were the main rail supports all the way across that steel frame bridge. Must have had a bit of spring in it. That anyway, they're still good. There's still some life and some use left in those yet. So I'll get the rest of those up, get those 2 pallets out, and then that leaves me this. I've collected all the stuff from over the other side that was all dumped in the entrance, and I brought it over here. So stacking the pallets up, that's quite easy. I've always had pallets stacked in under here. There's some firewood on top. I've got a lot of this cut down sheets of boarding, and then I've got the inch ply underneath, and there's a mixture of firewood and usable wood in there, and then we're on to sheets and cases. Yeah, but I think that's quite good. So that'll give me more than enough to put down here for this bay for the sawmill, plus the extension at the other end, and it will probably leave me a good proportion of what I need to go between the concrete feet on the new building over there. The whole reason this video even exists is this pile of reclaimed timber here, this building, all because I had to move that. Am I going to de-nail that? No, I ain't got time. I've got to crack on now. I am going to stack it on a pallet though to go into that end bay and clear this. And for those that you've been watching for a while, especially the winter ones, you'll know there's a reason why I have to clear that. And that there will be hundreds of tons of snow in that by the time we reach middle of the winter, end of winter, well, who knows. So let's get this out of the way. Why do I do that? So we can get another 2 stacks in there. Well, you're going to have the bottom stack over there, which is left, and then this short stack on top, I think. Anyway, we're going to fill it up. We ain't quite finished. What have I got here? Well, there's the sleepers. There's top sheets. That's the mop-up buoys, the flotation. 2 crates of top sheets. This is the timber for the new building over the other side. I've got 1 stack of short to go in there. The pallets are all going to go back under there. That's all destined to go inside the factory. I've got some sheet material and firewood, so I'm getting there. What I've got left here, that's about an hour to stack that lot. Should get all of that onto 1 pack, which can slot straight in there. Yeah, about an hour or so to stack that lot. That's 6 days. 6 days by myself. No other help, with the exception to that. Plenty of hindrance from the dog. Where's the dog? Well, he's in the car over there. I'll tell you why. Because it's Friday afternoon, we're going fishing. Cages have been a bit bare. So I've moved all the cages around and put them where they've not been before. So I'm quite excited to get out there and see what's in the cages and do a bit of fishing. It's nice and cold, it's lovely. It's gloomy. You know how gloomy it is? It's coming. So where are we now? First week of September. It's only 8 weeks before eternal darkness. And then we're in eternal darkness for 12 weeks, 3 months. So eternal darkness for the new subscribers. So I'm in the Arctic. We get 24 hours of sunlight in the summer, 24 hours of darkness in the winter, and some strange weather in between. Thus, the 16 weeks in which I have to do everything every year. How am I doing? Yeah, I'm doing all right. We're doing all right. So, thank you for joining me with this build. Are we going to see it finished? Yeah, we'll see it finished next year. We'll have it all boarded up. I've got some ideas, put some nice stuff on the front there. We're going to paint it red, put all the slats on it. It'd be lovely. Just a ticket. And of course, most importantly, next year absolutely has to be done. There's 2 things that actually have to be done. The sawmill, that has to go in a new building there, right there. Right, the firewood equipment will go into a new bay on the end there, and I have to build the new building there, and then this can come down. So this is going to be the last winter where I have to get up on the roof and scrape this. I don't enjoy it. I can't keep doing it. It looks like I enjoy it sometimes, but I don't, and we're going to carry on the same way as that. So anyway, if I haven't mentioned it already, to my new subscribers, thank you for subscribing. For my existing subscribers, thank you for your continued support. So did I anticipate this build? Yeah, I knew it had to be done, but I didn't have, I had the cants. Obviously you don't really want to cut the cants up and start building this kind of stuff, because the cants can provide wood for either finishing the buildings that I'm doing or to earn money. So this summer, or certainly the back half of the summer, has been really dominated by the bridge works and me going and doing the deal with the man. If I had gone down there and spoke to him and come to the arrangement, we wouldn't have any wood, we wouldn't have any sheets, we've had all this other stuff that's come in, we wouldn't have had any of that. And to be honest, the year would have been a bit bleak, because I knew that there weren't much work for this summer, and next summer I've got a big build. Right, next summer's going to be exciting if he can get all the wood cut. So next summer, with my friend, I've got a potential real nice build actually on the river. So that could be potentially really exciting. But this summer's been a bit of an empty year, and Certainly financially, it's been an absolute disaster for me. But then it was made up by the gifts from the railway. Was it gifts? Would all this stuff have come in my yard if I'd not gone down there and spoke to him? No, it wouldn't. What I may have learned from all this, would all this stuff come in my yard if they had thought I was English? I had a really interesting conversation with a man yesterday. They all thought I was Dutch. I think that went for me. And that's a long and political story. But anyway, yeah, I think the fact that they thought I was Dutch went for me. I think if they thought I was English, it might have gone against me. In fact, I'm pretty sure it would have done. And I'll tell you that story on another day. Anyway, thank you all for joining me. It's been a blast. This is the last part of this series. It's Friday. Tomorrow I have to go to town. Although it's only up north, so it's not so bad. And then next week, I've got to finish these 2 outstanding jobs. I've got 2 little things to do, and one of them is to support the house where I mentioned this. It's a traditional Swedish house. It's up here in the north. Somebody's taken out some internal walls. Now, you've heard me say in these videos about snow loading numerous times, right? There's those that think they know, right? And those that... So, interesting fact. Have I got any official qualifications? 1. Structural timber engineering, right? Which includes payloading, wind landing, snow loading. Specifically, and I specialised in an area, laminated beams, cranked laminated beams. But anyway, it applies to everything. So he's removed these internal walls as the roof sagged. Yeah, it has sagged. And there's another reason for it sagging. In the 70s, the tin roof was taken off and clay tiles was put on. How many times have I seen this? So in England, these beautiful little cottages, some went in the 70s, a lot of them had the slate roof taken off. And they were replaced with concrete tiles. So thank you all for joining me here at Top of the World. It's been a blast, and we'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.